Hey, Blue Lion Man here. This is a quick video because I wanted you to see the squares being numbered random. I wasn't going to do a £5 grid this year, but after talking to people from my live fantasy football league and a few people online that requested it, I've decided to take the risk and try and run it. I could be seriously out of pocket if I don't sell all the squares, because I'll be playing house because I guarantee the prizes. I've made a little bit of an adjustment this year, and I'm not going to hide anything. If I sell all the squares, I will be making £50. But I'm taking a huge risk because if I don't sell them all, I have to put in the prize money. And I ran two bowl grids on the Saturday wildcard games at the beginning of the playoffs. I didn't sell all the squares, and some of the ones I had sold won the prizes. So, cut a long story short, I was over £50 out of pocket. So it's a huge risk. Anyway, without further ado, here is the physical £5 Super Bowl squid I made up earlier in the Blue Peter tradition. The prizes will double up each quarter. So the first quarter's worth £30, the second 60, etc. I've never done this before. I've reversed the picture on my iPhone, so I think it might have had some of the numbers back to front then, which is a bit weird. But anyway, this is how I randomly number. Take a pack of cards, and we take the ace to the 10 from a pack of cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. I think that's it. There's it. Yep, that must have been what I used the last grid for. They're all together. So there is the ace to the 10. That's how I randomly number the rows and the columns. So the 10 will represent row 0. Now what I do is I shuffle all the cards up. Give a good shuffle. And then I randomly number the columns, which is the AFC team across the top, the Denver Broncos. So the first card to come out, just shuffling them up, will be the number of the first column, and so on till I've numbered them all. So I can play this back to myself, but I'll do it as we go along. So, whoa. Row 1, oh, row 0, the 10. Column 2, 9. Hope these aren't going to be all in order. Column 3, oh, a 6. Three for column 4. An 8. A 7. The ace, so that's 1. A 2. A 5. And last, a 4. Now we take all the cards and we shuffle them up again. 8, 9, 10. So we give them another shuffle up. Drop them all down here. Yeah. Give a good old mix up. As much as you can mix 10 cards up. Then give them another shuffle. Split them. And now we'll number the rows for the Carolina Panthers. So the first row is going to be 6. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Right, next row. 1. Next row. 2. See that? 2. Next row. 0. So we have the 10. Next row. 5. Next row, 3. Next row, 7. Next row, 9. Next row, 4. Last row, 8. And there we are. We now have one randomly numbered grid. So put the cards there. Show you, even though it's probably going to be reversed because of the mobile. There we have one randomly numbered grid. Now, if any of you want to know how the game works, I already made videos to explain how the game worked for the £2 grid, and so you'll find a thread on TFP called Super Bowl Squares £2 grid, and you'll find 3 videos on there explaining how the game works and how I drew the numbers for that grid. That grid is 3/4 sold out, so that's going well. Just have a little over a week to try and sell all these squares out. I'm going to put in, because I like a random gamble, for the last probably 5 squares myself if I get that far. If I don't sell them all, I'll be putting in for a load more, won't I? Anyway, hope you have a go, and I hope it brings a bit more enjoyment to the Super Bowl game for you all. Ciao.